irony of this is that my favorite cake in the world is German chocolate cake. Swear to God.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Okay, now back to Ben because nobody cares. Do you have any other questions you'd like to have while we got you on here?
No, I think you should let everyone else on as well. So I'm fine with that.
All right.
That's very considerate. Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Oceana. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. So let's go back and see if we have some other questions on here. Anybody on the Marisol? Let's go with Marisol. Marisol, oh my God.
Yeah, leave it there.
Can you hear us, Marisol?
Hi.
Hello.
Right. Oh, okay. Ask her.
Yeah,
What's going on? How you doing?
good. I can't see you.
You can't see me?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Can you see me now? Can you see my
Yeah.
foot moves?
I can see you.
You can't see me?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Where are you from?
Yeah. Chicago.
Nice.
Turn down your speakers, Marisol. Turn down your speakers.
Steve is saying you got to turn your speakers down a little bit.
Chicago.
Chicago in the house 773, home of the deep dish pizza. What's up? You know, my basses are made, my bass guitars are all made in Chicago. And every time we go to Chicago, I stop by the factory and try to get another one.
What's up, Ben? I love you.
Nice. What's up? What's your question?
What do you like to do for fun? Ben, I love you.
What I like to do for fun, shoot guns and stuff. No, I there's a lot of stuff I like to do for fun. I like to surf. I like to be in the ocean. I like to ride motorcycles. I do actually every once in a while I do like to go to the firing range and shoot a gun or two. I don't own a gun. I'm not going to shoot anybody with a gun, but it makes me feel like a superhero to shoot targets or something. I do that stuff, and I try to hang out with my family as much as I can. That's fun most of the time. After too long, it's not fun anymore, and it has to end. But you know, it's family.
Okay.
What do you like to do, Marisol?
What do you like to do?
I'm going to LA, dude. I like to party. That's it.
Well, you know what? You're coming to the right place, Marisol. Lots of sun and lots of party.
Nice. Yeah, parties.
Is that your boyfriend back there?
When is the next single? Next single.
What's the next
No,
single?
when?
What's the next?
We can't tell her that.
I
Or
actually,
when? When is the next single coming out?
when I don't even know. All I know is we got one on deck right now, and I don't know. I like to be dumb about this kind of stuff. There's only a few pieces of information that I require, and that is when are we leaving for tour, when are we coming home, and everything else I let other people figure out, and I usually let everyone tell me where to be and when to be there because I like to live like that. It's my Big Lebowski style of living.
Gotta love it. That's, by the way, you can find out that kind of information on the morning briefing, Marisol, if you happen to be up early in the morning. Where did Marisol say you were from? You're from L.A.?
773
No,
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago coming to L.A. All right, good. Well, you know what? Very nice talking to you, Marisol. Tell your boyfriend we said put his head on here so he keeps poking in. We want to know who the heck you're talking to there, Marisol.
What's the number?
Oh, it's me again. Sorry.
Oh, Jimmy! Jimmy!
Triple dipping.
Holy crap, man!
Hey.
By the way,
Hey, Jimmy, you working it out, man. You
good pull, Jimmy. You did good, man. All right, get the fuck out of here, Jimmy. All right. Okay.
Wow, Jimmy is a
Whoa, we
slick
having some-
dude.
Okay, speaking of kooky moments, Pete
Newman.
Newman, I'm sorry, Pete. We're having fun with the late. We're going to
All right,
Mechi here in a second, but before we go, here's one I got. This is my buddy. Hang on, it's my buddy Goose down in Irvine, California, formerly from Dallas, Texas. Goose goes by the name of Goosenesque. I won't tell you his real name, but if you're a golfer, you know that Retief Goosen is who he's talking about. Anyway, Goose has become my golfing buddy. I can't beat this freaking guy, Ben. It's killing me because I have to keep inviting him back to the club until I beat him. Anyway, Goose, I'm going to take care of you anyway. Goose asks, you play different instruments with different bands in different size venues all over the world. If you had to pick, are there a couple shows with the Roots, solo, or with Incubus that stand out in your mind as personal favorites? Good question. Spoken like a true lawyer.
Well, there's every situation there's a favorite show. With I'll start playing solo shows. The last solo tour I did, we played the last night at the House of Blues in L.A., and that was a big deal for me. I always wanted to play there under my own steam, and finally did, and that was a great night. With the Roots, one of my favorite shows was we played a lot of Halloween shows where we dressed up. We dressed up one year as NWA and played in L.A., and that was fun. But my birthday in Atlanta in 2002, it was a really good time. It was March 12th. That was one time where they actually, it was my birthday, so the guys had gone out of their way to get me this giant vegan chocolate cake, right? And they had pulled all these strings to get this cake, and I don't even eat vegan all the time, so it was kind of unnecessary. But they gave me this cake, and we're playing on stage, and it's like the last song, and I turn around and I see our tour manager walking on stage with a cake. But I kind of got terrified because the band liked to play lots of pranks on everybody, so I was scared that something bad was going to happen. So when I saw the tour manager coming on stage with the cake, I decided to run for my life, as anybody would, and this is in front of a couple thousand people. And as I started to run, then the other guys didn't want me to run off the stage, but then they realized what I thought was going on. So they were actually just going to give me a cake and sing happy birthday, but I ended up getting tackled by Kamal, the keyboard player, and then kind of like all the guys jumped on me and smushed the cake in my face and kind of held me down on stage in front of a few thousand people. And as I started, bad as that sounds, that was one of my favorite shows with the Roots because we were just having a blast.
Great. Okay, we got one more person. We're going to get to you, Mechi, I promise, but in the meantime, we have Kev Carminaghi. Am I pronouncing that right, Kev?
Carmignani.
I know
Kev
Kevin.
Carmignani.
Kev, what's up, man?
You guys know
What's going on,
Kev?
dude?
Yeah, Kevin interviewed me for his radio station in New York
2007?
many moons ago.
Kev's
Yeah.
a golfer, too, I understand.
Yeah, we got a match coming up, right, Steve?
Yeah, we got a match coming up. If you get into my pocket, you don't get in the show. So you take your choice. Okay there, Kev? You take a
All
fucking
right.
dive or you sit outside. Go ahead, ask your question to Ben.
On the Burn the Tapes, you collaborated with the guitarist from Fall of Troy.
Yeah, Thomas.
How'd that come about? And did you do any other collaborations with anybody else, like during the summer, or are you making Burn the Tapes?
I jammed a lot with a couple of friends around here. Thomas was one of my favorite ones because Thomas came down for a couple days and we just spent a lot of time together. I'm a huge fan of Fall Troy. First time I heard him, I felt like, whoa, this is special music.
Yeah.
In a time where there's not a lot of special music. And I met the guys they played a huge festival with Incubus in Australia. And I met all the guys and we just raged and hung out and I was like, man, these guys are cool. I really like these guys. So I kept in touch, and between Frank, the bass player, and Thomas, anytime those guys were around, I tried to meet up with them and spend time with them, and we became buddies. And Thomas came down and hung out for a couple days. He came down to my house, and he and I and Ashley Mendel, who's another buddy of mine, we recorded a bunch of music and just hung out and just kind of, we had a little bro down,
Yeah.
And it's cool because
Sweet.
There's a lot of other musicians, there's a lot of people, but there's not an incredible amount of people who you can sit down and just relate to instantly. And Thomas and I got along very well, and we are talking about doing some stuff. I'm actually going to see him this weekend, and we've been talking about trying to do a record together or something crazy.
Yeah, he shreds like you wouldn't believe.
Absolutely, and he's such a sweet dude. I mean, he's very mature for his age and just a very inspiring dude. Every time I get to see him, I'm charged to do something afterwards. So
Great
Cool.
stuff. All right, Kev, how's the golf game, bud?
Pretty good. I shot 39 a couple days ago.
Solid.
First time out.
All right.
Played 11 holes. I'm still pretty sore, but
All right.
I'll be playing a couple days a week until we play, so that way I can
you
take
tune
a
up
bunch of
and-
money from you and stuff.
All right, good. Well, yeah, you try to get your hand in my pocket, tough guy. Okay, enough with you, Kev. Thanks for calling, man. It's great having you on. And we're going to set up one more call in a second here. But first, I want to go to a question from Monica Guerra in Viña del Mar, Chile.
Hey, Monica.
What advice would you give to those who are starting a musician career, Ben?
That's a question that comes up a lot. Starting a career, advice. It's, music is fun, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to do, but it can be very difficult and very discouraging. People, well, I've often been told it's great that you do what you love. And it is great that I do love. It's amazing. But when what I love becomes difficult or hard to do, oh, it sucks, and it really bums me out. So the advice that I give is make sure you do the best you can do with your music first. Make sure that your music is as good as it can be. Because I see a lot of people, I've met a lot of people who the music is not the most important thing to them. Being famous is important, or, getting recognized is important. And that's all really BS if your music is not good. Make your music as good as you can make it, and you'd be surprised at how much other stuff will just fall in your lap. If you're really making awesome music, people are going to come find you and reward you for it, That's what I think.
That's good stuff. Okay, we're going to try to go to our friend Mechi Bottini in Argentina and see if we can get Mechi on the line, because she's probably exploded. Mechi. Please, folks, we'll call you, okay? Because it's kind of that sound, unless we ask you for it, okay? So I appreciate it. Okay. Mechi, we need some lights, Mechi. Lights.
Hey, Mechi.
Can you see us? You guys, okay, Mechi, we're going to go with, although we can barely see you. Go ahead and ask Ben a question.
Mechi. How are you doing? Hello?
Mechi, can you hear us?
Mechi, can you hear us?
We need some lights, Mechi.
Okay. All right, Mage. Okay, ask your question, Mage. Let's see if we can hear you, okay?
Hey everybody.
How are you doing?
Okay, we can hear you. Go
I'm
ahead.
pretty nervous, but I'm fine.
Oh, don't be nervous. Steve is harmless, trust me.
Yes.
Yes, I hear you.